All right, so what does it feel like, first of all, just to be here in Nashville on continuing your tour after winning the gold medal?
It's awesome. I think this is kind of our last NHL stop on our little media tour, and so to be in Nashville when you know you have probably debatably the best NHL fans in the league is pretty special, and it's pretty awesome to see an untraditional hockey market and a city just rally behind the team. So it's pretty special for us to be here.
And earlier this afternoon, you got to meet a lot of girls hockey players at Ford Ice Center. What was it like to see so many girls hockey players, especially in the South, like that?
I think that's probably what we're most passionate and fortunate to go do, is go see young players, especially young girls players, wherever we're at, is because this is hopefully now this is sparking their dream to hopefully be in our shoes one day or pursue hockey, which ultimately leads to life lessons and I think leads to success later in life. And so ultimately that's probably what we're most passionate about, is going and seeing young girls playing the game that we love so much. And especially, like Monique said, a non-traditional hockey market, it's important that the youth programs also have young girls coming up in them too.
And so many from your team have spoken about how the '98 team was such an inspiration. What does it feel like now that you are going to be the inspiration to so many young hockey players?
I mean, I think the hope is that we have the same effect on the growth in numbers for women's hockey that they did, and then hopefully it's just magnified from how social media is these days and how accessible we are, us two, and specifically our entire team, how accessible we are to the public. And so hopefully you see that springboard effect and you see a lot more girls signing up for hockey next year.
The NHL Network gig for you, how exciting is that?
It's really exciting. I knew the press release was coming out yesterday, and then didn't think it was going to be like that big of a deal, and then realized how big of a deal it was. So
Monique didn't think it was a big deal at all, and it's actually
I'm really excited for the opportunity. It's something that I've always found a lot of fun doing, talking about hockey, and for the NHL Network to kind of take me under their wing and give me the opportunity is exciting. There are not a lot of women in the broadcast. Well, there are a lot of women, but not a ton in the analyst world. So I'm really excited to kind of be a part of that breaking barriers crew there.
So for the analyst role specifically, who were some of the people you looked up to, and were they women, or are you such a pioneer that they couldn't have been women?
Well, I think there's Laura Okeem. She's done NFL sideline reporting, and then specifically in hockey, you think of Cassie Campbell up in Canada, Tessa Bonneau, who works with TSN, and then AJ Malesko. She just did the color for the Bruins game last night. So you're starting to see women really break through in the professional men's sporting world. So there's definitely women that have come before me, and there's hopefully a lot more that come after me.
As you've gone around your tour, how overwhelming has the reaction been everywhere you've gone to just how the response to your gold medal?
I think it's just been, it's really just left us speechless, and like you said, overwhelmed. We went to LA and got a standing ovation there our first day back in the US, and we got a standing O at MSG and the Naval Academy at the Stadium Series. And so it's really just been, I think, truly amazing to not see just hockey fans get behind us or sports fans, but just Americans, just proud Americans that we brought home the gold medal and represented our country. And I think that's just the most special, is we get to wear the red, white, and blue, and people are just so excited that we brought home the gold for the U.S.
Diving a little deeper here too, and into the growth of women's hockey. Obviously, rough patch with North Dakota with what happened to the program there, but what is the key now to continuing this growth, especially college program-wise, high school hockey-wise? What's the big key in the U.S. to getting growth?
I mean, I think a big thing is just at the grassroots level and getting girls and just young players in general, just getting them to try hockey. USA Hockey has the Try Hockey for Free initiative, and it's no secret that hockey is an expensive sport, and it's just getting people to get the equipment on and go out on the ice and give it a try, and then go from there. And so I think growing it from a grassroots level, getting more kids to sign up at the AU level, and then just retention of players, because I mean you see it in all youth sports. The retention after I think like age 12, it's not great, and so just retaining players once they start playing.
Yeah, and I think more on a professional level, I think it's hopefully, I think what's going to be the most important for women's hockey in the next year or in the next 2 years is having one league in North America. Right now, you saw Cassie Campbell step down from the CWHL, and she's been very pointed with what she thinks needs to happen, and I think there's you know, a lot of support from national team players on both sides of the border that are truly in agreement with that. And I think that's going to be a huge part in what Monique is saying, is getting girls playing. If they can see that on a year-to-year basis and not just an Olympic year, that's what's going to be really important to continue to grow the sport. And what's good for girls hockey and women's hockey is good for hockey in general. And so whatever piece we can have in that is important. And then to touch on college hockey, and you want to see programs continue to grow. You want to see expansion. You want to give more opportunities where it's there. And so to piggyback on what happened with North Dakota, if there's a way to bring that program back in a way to make it happen, dollar value, numbers wise, you know, we want to be a piece of that puzzle and continue that growth and have young girls, give them an opportunity to look up to different players and look up to grown women playing the sport.
Were you guys, once you got everything settled after the gold medal game, were you amazed at how much or how many people were watching it in real time here in North? Because it was, I think, 1:30 in the morning here, and everybody I follow and all over North America, it seemed.
It was pretty special. So 5 of us went and did the NBC run through of all the media outlets, and their social media team put together like a 2 or 3 minute video of reactions over social media of people that stayed up and watched the game, then just happened to videotape it via Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, whatever it was. And so to see that video and just how many people were watching, and to see, I mean, the amount of high-profile athletes and celebrities that were tweeting about it and all that, I think you never expect that that's going to be you and your team, but it was, and so it's pretty special to be a part of that.
It's one like Lil Wayne tweeting about you after the game. Did you ever expect that in your wildest dreams?
I think that was a big deal for the younger players that are like big fans of them. If we could get like Dirk Bentley or Connor Singer, that would be more up our alley. Yeah, not just saying that because we're in Nashville. We're big country fans, so.